Hi, welcome back. There's been quite a lot going on, as you can see. I'm going to try and rattle through it as quick as I can. First up, we've got a sticker. This is Paul's Garage Projects. He's relatively new to YouTube, makes some very nicely produced videos, uh, really well filmed, and he doesn't waffle on like I do, so he's obviously doing something right. Let's stick this up on the sticker board. So those of you that are following along know that I've been trying to get Lost PLA working. This was the latest attempt. Unfortunately, the burnout kiln suffered a failure of the solid state relay. It was a cheap Chinese one off Amazon. I've now bought a name brand Crydom solid state relay, which I will fit and hopefully get it back up and running. Unfortunately, what happened was the solid state relay blew short, which meant that the oven just heated in an uncontrolled manner, and the side got blown off the pattern. I've stuck it back on, attached some wires to sort of hold it in place, and dipped it again, and it should hopefully be good enough. So I'm going to finish the burnout on this one, and hopefully have a suitable, a usable casting. Another project that's been going on for a while is the electric lawnmower conversion. I've been using it successfully this year in the garden. It works. It's not as powerful as expected as a 3.5 horsepower petrol engine, but it cuts the grass. It's nice and quiet. The battery lasts for ages. That's definitely a success. Right, now there are one or two elephants in the room here. Let's start at the beginning. In the last video I made my little CNC lathe out of the old CNC 3018 machine, just as a bit of fun really. And then I just happened to come across a sort of CNC lathe project on eBay. It just so happened to be from the same supplier that I got my lathe and mill from, so reasonably trusted source, it was in a partial state of disrepair. It was one from his warehouse that had been sort of cannibalised and stuff, but there was a frame and stepper motors, ball screws, all that, the main stuff, the electronicsy bit. Well, from my point of view, that's the easy bit. The actual machine and everything else, that's sort of what you need to start with. And that was up for 500 quid, and I was umming and ahhing about it. One of my loyal subscribers suggested that life was too short to not get it, and so I did get it, taking his advice. However, when I bought it, the guy phoned me up and said, thanks for buying the lathe. Do you want a CNC mill? And I mean, I couldn't say no, I don't want one, because that would be wrong. Of course I want one. He said, well, I've got two. Well, one's a CNC, which is this one, and the other one's a manual one, which is that one. So I paid him some more money, not very much really, and he put these on the shipment as well. So I ended up with a manual mill. They're Segex 3s. I think they're just the sort of bog standard one. They've got brushless motors. CNC one has been modified by Sile, which is the UK Sieg CNC outfit. I don't really know that much about it, but I'd seen the name before, so I thought, yeah, why not? And I was fully aware they were in a state of partial repair, so the CNC one doesn't have a table, so I'll either buy one or make one. I think I might just make a tooling plate, so not bother getting the T-slot table. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The CNC lathe has gone in the storage shed. I'm hoping to offload the manual mill to where I work, because I think we could probably use it. Then that will leave me with the CNC mill, which he sent me a 4th axis. He couldn't find it, but he said when he finds it, he'll put it in the post. And the driver that's in here is a 5-axis one, so maybe one day when I get around to it, I'll build a 5th axis for it, and I'll have a 5-axis CNC. That'll be fun. Working out how to make that go. So yeah, that's a completely unexpected purchase and new set of projects that will keep me very busy, probably until I retire. And finally, someone I know is working on an engine. It's a novel concept engine, which is, it's not a jet engine, it's kind of a bit like that, but it's a slightly different operating concept, and he wanted me to help out with the electronics for it in terms of instrumentation, so temperature, pressure monitoring, and the fueling system. So I paid a visit to him yesterday and took a bit of video of the engine itself just to show you. I came back with a box full of bits. These are the various bits and bobs that need connecting up. This little box down here is some sort of igniter module off a jet aircraft. We've got thermocouples, pressure sensors, a glow plug. Yeah, here's the walk around of the engine. So this is the engine in question. This arrangement on top is just an air system for starting it. The fueling is done underneath here. We've got fuel injectors here, and there's glow plugs in here, which are fed by a slip ring. This red thing is a slip ring. These white bits there feed up onto the slip ring, feed the electricity up to run the heaters. So there's an inner radial compressor and an outer combustion compressor going out to a static combustion casing. So the inner and outer are counter-rotating. That's about as much as I understand so far. My job is to make the fueling system work. So that's the manifold for starting it. This is just a proof of concept at the moment. And that's the fuel pump, 2,500 PSI diesel fuel pump. That's the air tank and the hose. It'll be used to start the thing. Size of those valves. What are they, 2-inch? Now, in order to make all of that, he needed a workshop. So here's the walk around of his fairly impressive workshop. One very large compressor, a bandsaw, there's a little hacksaw down there, got an EDM machine, a hydraulic press, there's a drill press there, a linisher, we've got a drill sharpener. This is a tool and cutter grinder, Jones and Shipman. I don't know what this is. Some air compressors here, slip rolls, big die filer, more air compressor. There's a bead roller down here. Not entirely sure what this is. I think this is a inspection CMM type machine. Here we've got a lathe. So sort of capstan turret lathe thing. It's all automatic apparently. Got a old Cincinnati machine here with a couple of rotary tables on it. TIG welder. This looks like a pantograph engraver of some sort. No idea what. It's a bit tight in here. There's a Elliott shaper underneath here. It's hardly been used. There's a very nice Nikon milling machine there. This is a screw cutting machine. All sorts of tools. Optical thing. Wall-Hopter boring head. There's a dehumidifier. Got this tilting rotary table. A load of tooling. Look at that. Right, I hope you enjoyed all of that. I've got a lot to do in the coming months. I'll try and convey the useful and interesting bits to you. Any questions, etc., please leave them in the comments. If I've promised you something in the comments or whatever, or in a previous video or something, and I haven't done it yet, I do have a sort of mental list of things that I need to do, but if there's anything I have promised and I haven't done, and please feel free to give me a nudge in the comments, and I will actually make a real list and try and start knocking those things off. Right, so thanks everyone for watching, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I've had quite a few lately. That's probably mainly thanks to the Recreational Machinist and also Paul's Garage Project. So you did my sticker the other day. Thank you, Paul. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.